Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Everybody salsa.
So just checking to see if everything is working here. Hello, everybody.
Hi there. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, everyone.
Buenas tardes, buenos días, buenas tardes, buongiorno, buonasera.
So we're starting a few minutes early just so that we can make sure that everyone is ready. Hello, hello. We got everyone coming in here.
Perfecto.
Perfecto.
Ciao.
So do you want to tell everyone, Dario, what we're doing today?
Today we are not cooking. The weather is too nice and it's too hot. Well, no, there is no such thing as too hot. Yes, no, I'm just kidding. So today we are going to make pesce al sale with a simple, or our way, Panzanella salad or Tuscan salad. And it's our way of doing it. It's a bit different, but we like it. Hopefully you guys were able to download our recipe. So it's exciting, really, really exciting because it's a simple thing, is a showstopper. And Anita is gonna pair it with
my mint of cucumber juice.
Mint of cucumber. This is one of our favorite juice. Love it. It's fresh, it's beautiful. And can you please look at my hair?
Don't bring it up again.
All right. Can you look at that? So this one, after 2 months of no hairstylist or haircut, let me wave back to you guys patiently. There we go. Anita has again another job, which is cutting my hair.
No.
What do you guys think?
That's only for now.
I think it's pretty good.
Well, your hair is not the easiest to cut because you go shorter on the sides, longer in the front, and it needs to be all blended and all of this. So
I think
make some comments and tell us, what do you think of this hair?
I think she's done a great job. I think she's done a good job.
But you know what? The next town over from us, they're doing hair.
What?
Yes, they're doing hair. So
Well,
it's interesting to see different countries, different regions. Everyone is doing something a little bit different. I'm going to zoom over here.
Perfecto.
And yeah, so everyone's doing a little bit different. And so give me a comment. What do you think of Dario's hair? How did it go? If you really get a good look at it, you'll notice that one side's a little bit shorter than the other.
It's not.
Don't tell them.
It's perfect. Oh, okay.
Anyway, so we're getting close to 5, or we are at 5 now, so we better get starting. So again, it's Anita Heidemann, Dario Tomaselli. We're Pasha's Cooking. Today we're doing a salt-crusted fish. The great thing about this is it's very moist and tender.
And super easy to do.
And we're also talking about how to cook sustainably. And seafood is really important to buy the right seafood. Look for local first is always the best way to do it, no matter where you live. And this recipe, as Dario mentioned earlier on, it's a showstopper for sure, but it makes a phenomenal fish. And it doesn't, like I always think when you make something with salt or too much salt, it's gonna be unhealthy, but it's not. It's really, really tasty. We're gonna do the Panzanella salad, which is a Tuscan salad, and we're doing our version of it,
right,
which is delicious.
This is the salad that right now, this time of the year, or the next month when the tomato really coming up. And I wish we could show you our garden because a lot of our stuff, I want to show you. We just picked some of our basil from our garden. Beautiful. Our herbs, I mean, we've been having some hot day and some really rainy days, so it's been great for the garden. Today, it's been a really strange day. But Panzanella is perfect. It's perfect for this time of the year.
We got some comments that your hair looks phenomenal. Do you think I should become a hairstylist now? No.
Yeah, I think you should do anything you want.
But it's interesting what you can do. I'm just waving to everyone here. It's interesting what you can do when you need to, right? So
you really maximize.
So Heidi, we're hoping you're going to be coming back very soon. We're missing you.
Yes.
For me, it's a bit easier because it's just the ends that need to be trimmed off.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to start cutting Anita's hair.
No.
And now we are in trouble.
That's not happening.
See, she's not allowing me to. It's only one way we're going in.
So anyway, we're doing fish in salt. We're going to bake it in salt. Dario has one that's in the oven right now.
Yeah,
and then he's going to show you how it's done. We've got the Panzanella Salad, which is the Tuscan salad, and the mint of cucumber juice. Everything we do, we pair with the juice.
Right.
So that's the juice that we're pairing today. So we're going to show you how to make those. So stay on in for about the hour or so. And recipes, if you go to the link, it's under a link called Dinner with Us.
Dinner
so
with the
Pasha's cooking Dinner with Us, or go up to the link above or on the side, wherever you might see it, and go to Dinner with Us, and that's where the recipe that you will find to be able to make this. Cook with us right now. We've had that with many classes where people cook with us, and we love it. Or, you know, download it and save it and do it for the weekend, whatever that is that you're wanting. So we're going to start with the fish now, which is great because it ties in with our Mediterranean lifestyle. And,
Absolutely.
you know, adding more fish to your life, adding more vegetables, being active. We were just dancing in the kitchen, actually, before you all came in. So
staying active, that's the big part of it.
So anyway, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start now. I'm going to get Dario to go over to make the fish, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. So the fish we have right now, I have some salmon trout. You can have some rainbow trout. Go to your fishmonger, and really be specific about product. You know, don't get in and buy any type of fish. This is a beautiful fish because you know, you can have it clean if you want it, or you can clean it yourself. Make sure that it's super dry before we do it. And the ingredients that we're looking for this dish are very simple. You need salt, egg whites. The albumin of the egg whites really help creating this kind of a crete of almost like a box of salt, and keeps everything kind of a moist in center. And then some herbs. So let me show you what I'm going to do. So what I have here, I have a mixture of herbs. Okay. So what we have, I have some rosemary, some parsley. I have some sage. If you have sage, it's great. You can use thyme if you want. I have some garlic. Okay. What I like to do with the garlic is chop it or slice it very, very thin. So how we're going to do is this. We're going to add chopped rosemary. Okay. I'm going to put it all actually. The chopped sage. So this one is basically the flavoring for the inside of the fish and the base. Okay. Some parsley. Make sure you chop your parsley at the last minute and do not overdo it, okay? Voila. Then, I could not do without our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fresh basil here. Fresh basil. What I like to do with that, just remove the stem out. This is so aromatic and so beautiful right now, okay? And then, I'm gonna quickly.
It always fascinates me how you cut. One day, I'm gonna be cutting like you.
Ah, no.
A lot of practice, I hear.
There's no need. There's no need. Aromatic, right in there.
Delicious.
Right in there. So here we go. We're gonna remove all these things that we don't need anymore. Okay. So here we have it. So the first base is here. So all our herbs. Okay. Look at that. Beautiful little aromatic herbs. The last thing we're gonna need is our garlic. So our garlic is gonna be finely sliced, okay? I don't wanna chop it because I'm losing a lot of the nutrients there. So I'm gonna put the finely sliced garlic, and people that follow us, you know, then before you do anything with garlic, you have to make sure you remove the center part, which is called the germ. And I'll show you again. People that haven't seen us, is just by taking this little part out, it makes everything really bitter, okay?
It also helps with heartburn as well. So if you get heartburn, a lot of people don't eat garlic because of that. It's a good idea.
And that's it. So you want to make sure we remove all that. The last thing that is very, very important, and I like to add, before making too much noise, is a little bit of lemon zest. Lemon zest is acidity, so we want to make sure we take some of the acidity. So what I'm going to do, only the yellow part of the lemon, because the white part is a little too bitter.
Just gonna squeeze it here. A lot of people that are saying and waving hello. So.
Okay? And right away, right off the bat, I have this beautiful aromatic flavor. Okay, so that's the base. Okay? So watch what we're gonna do. So we have all this beautiful stuff, and it's really aromatized our fish. Okay? So we have our fish over here, nice and dry, okay, beautiful dry. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to flavor my fish inside, okay? And you guys are gonna say, well, you're not gonna put any salt. Oh yes, I am going to put salt. Because what's gonna happen, the concoction of salt and egg whites is gonna compress, is gonna make almost like a clay pot around it. But the fish is not gonna be salt inside. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful and juicy. So I'm gonna add a little bit of salt just in the center cavity of the fish. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the mixture of herbs. Okay. So I want to make sure that the herbs, as the fish is cooking inside, okay, they're really gonna flavor my fish. It's not just about putting it, then I'm gonna close it like that, keep it on the side, and then I'm gonna ask my beautiful, beautiful Anita to do the nasty part. So what I have here, I have 4 egg whites. Extremely important when you do egg whites, it needs to be very clean. Your bowl needs to be clean. If you want, you can actually brush the bowl with a little bit of lemon juice to make sure that it's super clean and it's got enough acidity. You can squeeze a little bit of lemon juice if you want it. So it helps really.
Why does it have to be clean? Why is that?
Because otherwise they will not froth.
Ah,
okay. So we want to make sure that now we are going to whip them until they're stiff peak. Okay?
Okay, I'll be the noisy one in the back.
She's going to be the noisy one in the back. So it's important. Then the egg whites are very, very hot. The next component we're going to have is salt. So here, normally for an 800 grams fish, you're looking around 1.5 kilo of salt for 4 egg whites, okay? So you wanna make sure the salt, so what I'm using here, I'm using a kosher salt, okay? Fairly rocky, which we want it. You can, if you want, do 500 grams of sea salt and 500 grams of kosher salt. I choose to go directly with the kosher salt like that. And that's what it is. So you can see it, beautiful. So this one, with the egg whites, and Anita's whipping right now, look at that. And they're coming really quick right now, those egg whites, because there is no moisture. It's very clean. Everything is just perfect the way we want it. So what I want to make sure that I have a tray standing by. Oh, we have some music.
That means that the fish is done. Should we take it out or turn the oven off?
Let's just show to them how the fish. Man, look at this. Tack, tack, tack. Tack, tack, tack. Don't come yet. I'm going to let it set here, and I'm going to clean it for you guys. So you see what happened here? The salt, and the egg whites became really, really.
Is this right?
We want it really, really stiff.
Stiffer than this?
Yes.
Okay.
So look at that. Perfect. Let's look at. Ah, you did a good job. So that's what we want. So what's going to happen there? That salt has been absorbed, and the egg whites just really stiffen everything together, the albumin. And what's going to happen? Aromatize with the lemon and with the herbs, and really helps keeping the fish nice and moist. Can you see, sweetheart? Oh yes. It's got what stiff peak means. You want to make sure that it's really, really hard.
I have it on the highest setting.
Here we go. That's good.
Is that good?
Yes. Let's look at it. Yeah. So, is it red? Yeah, it's not moving. So here we go. We got our egg whites over here. With the egg whites, I'm going to add our fresh herbs. Okay? So remember the fresh herbs, the purpose of the fresh herbs, it's aromatize our dish. Okay? I'm gonna mix them. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. And already the aroma is quite incredible. And it's just egg whites. Now I'm going to add the salt. Okay? And really, we're gonna add the salt. Not all at once, we're just gonna be very careful. So I got probably around 2 kilos of salt here. Here we go. This one back for a second. A little bit more salt. You can always add. There we go. See how nice and thick it is right now? And that's what you're looking for.
I think of what it looks like. Oh, it's a really neat consistency.
It's nice. This is called stiff peak, and then the salt. Really,
Can I taste a little taste?
Oh, it's very salty.
Let me try.
She's very adventurous. Very salty. Very salty.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's my salt intake for today.
Salt intake for today. So right now here, I'm gonna create the base for the fish. Okay, I'm gonna make a little platform. Then is the dimension of the fish approximately.
Can everyone see okay? I think so.
Can you
Hello,
guys?
hello, Aletta.
Aletta?
Yes.
Who's Aletta?
Julie Boileau.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Antonietta.
So we want the base 1 centimeter thick. We don't want it too thick, okay? Just like that.
And I guess you got to make it the size of the fish you want to put down, right? Yeah. So that you spare
So
it.
you kind of want to be a little bit. Thank you.
Go like this so people can see.
There we go. It's almost like you play. And now it's like when you play with games.
It's good playing with food, isn't it?
It's good to play. So here we go. So now I have a little spatula here, and I'm moving it. See, it's almost like making a meringue almost. Much simpler. Okay? So here's my fish. And it's being cleaned. I'm gonna put it right up top. Just like that. So that's just a little pillow that we are having. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna finish by adding the remaining salt in stages. So we're gonna start from the top. We're gonna go a little bit over here. And we're just gonna keep. So look at what we're gonna do here. So we're gonna make sure that it's completely closed in.
So it's shrugged, right?
Yeah, salmon shrimp.
So we're looking for a sustainable fish, so we went with the salmon shrimp.
Yeah, we wanna make sure that we use something that, you know, sustainable could mean farm. You have to make sure that you really follow the guideline, because pretty soon we were just, listen to an article today. If you now start thinking sustainable, really no overfishing all these beautiful creatures, probably in the next 5 to 10 years, we're not gonna have any fish. Really responsible thinking. You know, we tend to get our fish sometimes when we go down to Kensington Market. One of our favorite places, and it's called Hooked on Kensington Market, best fish. Everything is very, very sustainable. Become acquainted with your fishmonger. And really, really have yourself guide. Understand that the procedure. Your fish, it's good when it's whole. You don't have to always buy a fish that is completely clean, and really experience the quality of a fish whole with all the nutrients inside. You know, the bones, if you have them, you can use it to make a stock, to make a soup, to make many, many things. Okay, so here we go. And see, you can see I'm pretty much using all the egg whites because I want to make sure the egg whites are really working as a canvas. Voila. So at this point in time, we're gonna go down to the tail. It's almost like being a sculpture. 400-degree oven, so my oven needs to be 400-degree preheated. And you see what I'm doing? I'm working on the edges. I'm gonna show you this way so you guys can see it better. Voila. And I'm working right to the edge. Perfetto. Perfetto. Eccoci qua.
We're doing an Italian lesson as well.
Well, if anybody's interested, any Italians? No, there's no Italians, right? Again, I'm going to try to make sure that I close all the seams, just like so. It's almost like being a sculpture. Raffaello. Eccoci qua. So I'm going to go on the opposite side. 400 degrees oven for 20 minutes, okay? So it's very important that in the oven, it is already preheated, okay? So, which your oven just went off here quickly.
And it's great because it actually sears in the moisture and the juice for the fish. So you get more flavor, more juiciness, and it's a perfect way.
20 minutes. Arrivederci. In the oven.
In the oven it goes.
Center oven. The best thing about this one, you got 40 minutes to dance, 40 minutes to think, or 40 minutes to think on how am I going to make the panzanella, which is our next salad we're going to be working on, okay? So panzanella is by far one of our favorite salads. You know, at home, we live by it. And it's made by very simple ingredients, okay? So what we have here, we have some English cucumber. Then they are, I'm gonna put it down just a little bit so you guys can see it.
Thank you for taking over my portion here.
She's walking away from me. I was hoping when you were gonna come here.
I'm sorry, dear. I'm answering people on social media here because a lot of questions have been coming up. So.
Tell them to wait.
And you know, it's interesting. I see more here on social media.
Yeah.
Antonietta, yes, she's Italian. Yes, hello,
Antonietta.
Antonietta.
Hi,
It's really nice to
Antonietta.
see you again. It's been a while, so it's great to see you.
Antonietta.
Yeah, you haven't met Antonietta.
No.
No, she's a wonderful lady.
Ciao, Antonietta. Okay, so simple things about our Tuscan salad, right? So you want to tell them pretty much what we have. It's so simple.
It is very, very simple. So normally what we do is we toast the bread. So because it's a Tuscan salad.
We're gonna toast it still?
Yes.
Huh.
But the bread. You explain. You explain. I'm gonna toast the bread. How's
But
that?
tell them why we do it.
Because we use it as a garlic bread.
That's right. I'm just bugging her.
Explain some more.
I'm just bugging her.
Yeah,
So
horrible.
the idea is the traditional Tuscan salad is made with stale bread, right? And the bread then is, in Tuscany, normally the bread has no seasoning, it's unseasoned bread, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what we do, we toast it because that is the only way we're actually making bruschetta.
Mm-hmm.
When people make bruschetta or bruschetta, whatever people call it, which I don't know what it is, they put the bread, then they get the tomato, then they mix the garlic, then they mix every single thing and tastes like nothing. Here we're gonna do something different. So
this is also how we do our standard garlic bread and
Correct.
bruschetta.
Correct.
All this way. It is much healthier than using flavored butter and all the other.
So what we're gonna do basically here, we have 1 clove of garlic, okay? We're gonna break in half. And are you walking away from me again?
Yeah.
Are you gonna come?
You can do this part. I'm just gonna answer people here.
And we're gonna have the garlic cut in half, because this one is gonna be the rubbing part for the salad. Then I have another clove of garlic, okay? I have this little beautiful tomato. I'm gonna have a sprinkle of salt, sea salt. I'm gonna slice the garlic really thin, germ remove.
Antonietta loves bruschetta.
You love bruschetta, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna add the garlic right here, okay? And this is pretty much done. I mean, this is how simple this thing is. We're gonna drizzle with some olive oil. And what's gonna happen here, we are basically going to have a olive oil, the water of the tomato that's gonna release, okay? And it's gonna give us a little bit more flavor. So here we go, beautiful like that. We can add, of course, because it's the time of the year, we're gonna add a little bit, some of the basil. It's kind of the classical thing of Tuscany. Tomato, bread, basil, garlic, and of course, good olive oil, okay? So what we do, we have some...
Can we tell them about all the delicious pesto we made from all the herbs that we had in the garden?
That's the best thing, you know,
Yeah.
when you're creating your own garden, with your own garden,
Yeah.
you actually become a little bit more versatile. Beautiful. I mean, that's our job, half done. So look how simple this thing is.
I'm gonna go see if
The bread is toasted. Beautiful. So I have one vine tomato here. Awesome, beautiful. So what Anita is going to show you.
This is from our amazing
bakery,
but also the oven.
Oh,
We've got our Cuisinart oven. It's 5-in-1. It does dehydrating. Do we do the olive, or do we do the olive oil or the garlic first?
We're just going to do the garlic first. So what we're going to do, you see what we kept here? We kept the skin on because first it's going to protect you from your hand. Yeah. And second, because the bread is hot. See what she's doing? Basically, she's
rubbing it on.
She's rubbing it on. That's right. So I'm going to grab a bowl here.
But for some reason, I thought we did the olive oil first, but it doesn't stick to it as well. Right?
No, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So what I have here, I'm going to have the cucumber. Like I said, the cucumber are already peeled, de-seeded. I love this. I really.
Oh, you can get in there.
So this is it. The essential oil of the garlic penetrate the bread and is actually better for you to digest.
I find with the skin on it, it's not actually getting down far enough.
Okay, you can take
the skin off.
Okay. I'm gonna have some onions. So what I've done with the onions here, we cut them really, really thin, running them on the cold water so your eyes don't cry. Okay, don't cry. Don't
cry for me.
So here we go.
Argentina.
So we're gonna add the onions. More the better.
So I said, don't cry for me, Portugal, because we're doing Portugal this month in the International Dinner Club.
That's right. We're doing everything Portuguese.
I should not give up my day job to do haircuts like I did for Dario or to sing. Although I do enjoy doing both.
So here we go. So we picked the basil. And the basil, guys, I'm just tearing apart like that.
Do not cut your herbs.
Never cut your herbs unless you...
You're getting big trabola.
Big trabola.
For sure.
So we're going to take the basil out. And look at that. Beautiful little leaf of basil.
Oh, this smells so good.
Doesn't it smell good?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
And what was this thing about the salt in the bread and there wasn't, or?
Well, obviously because in Tuscany at those times there was no money. There was no money fracture for salt. So the bread was becoming really it was flour and water. Very, very simple. But the greatest thing about the Tuscan cuisine is, and everything else, it's really salty and it's very flavorful. A lot of the charcuterie are much more spicy. So really compensate with the bread. And of course, one of the greatest value about Tuscan, aside from wine, is the olive oil. And it's very sharp, it's very pungent. I mean, we just had a webinar.
Yeah, our Food Life series, we do seminars and we've done wine, we've done farm to table in Italy, in Canada. We're rolling them out around the world, and we just did an olive oil one. I ended up learning so much. Now you know that much more than I do, and it still was quite something. You've been a judge for olive oil too, and there's always something to learn.
We have this wonderful gentleman. Then we have here Phil Bucchino.
Just put a little bit of olive oil on
yes,
here?
sweetheart. Thank you. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah. So see what happened? Look at that. That is actually what you want.
It looks like it's almost too much I'm putting.
But
it's never too much.
No, but what it's going to do is going to absorb it. It's going to absorb the all the garlic, and it's gonna sit there because what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut it after. So I have some of the tomato here. We're gonna cut some of the vine tomato, the large one, and I'm gonna cut them in larger pieces.
I'm gonna put some more garlic on it because I want more.
Sounds good. And you see the way we do the tomato, we cut them in wedges, make sure they're clean and play around, make sure they're bite-sized. But I like to have a little bit of a variety of tomato. Some of the tomato can be vine and some they can be this beautiful little baby tomato, okay? So now we're gonna add the tomato right here. Remember the tomato that we're marinating with the garlic. And already has an incredible color.
Again, all the recipes are in the link that you'll see there, or if go to Pasha's Cooking /dinner with us, and you can download the recipe if you want to do this weekend, if you're not here cooking with us today.
Look at this.
Oh.
Isn't it great?
I love
simplicity.
Eating Mediterranean. Like this is more fish, more vegetables, especially now that our garden is starting to come up. I think it's
simplicity. So one more thing that I have here, I have this beautiful red leafy salad called Lolo Rossa. Then it's giving me a little bit more of crunchiness, but look at that. We just wash it and we just break it down, put it into our salad like that. Look at that. Imagine this one with this beautiful fish that we are going to be eating. How beautiful is going to be. Just a little bit of salad, just for texture and color. Make sure it's properly washed and make sure it's a bite size. How many times you go to a restaurant, you have salad leaf there like this? Make sure they're bite size for everyone to be able to eat it. You want that crunchiness, you want the snappiness, I call it. Perfect. So we're gonna remove that. And then the next thing we're gonna do, look at that. Look at this. Just look at that. I'm gonna just grab another spoon here that's gonna make it a little easier for me. Look at all this beautiful color. Look at that. Perfect.
And you want to be able to have a very crispy type of lettuce with it, right?
That's right. That's right. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna grab the bread. Look at that. Beautiful flavor of the bread. We're gonna cut them in half and then in pieces like that.
I guess is that where people come up with the croutons?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not the same really, but it's sort of the British kind of a feel.
Well, you could actually. Yeah,
I personally like this much better.
Well, yeah, but it's a good point. I mean, you could actually have this one, but this is full of garlic right now. It's so wonderful and delicious. And you could actually cut them in cubes first.
I'm gonna squeeze over here because I see lots of people that are waiting on here.
You can cut them in cubes. You can cut them in cubes and bake them in the oven if you want it. But adding the garlic at the last minute, it makes a humongous difference. So here we go.
I don't know what's happened with our Instagram feed. I hope that people are still able to see.
Can you see it?
Oh, it's turned around, I think. That's what it is.
Okay. You want to turn it the other way? So
I don't know how it's done that. Sorry, everybody.
You can see a beautiful window?
There we go.
Ah, we are back.
Sorry about that.
But we have some sun outside. Okay. So here we go. Beautiful salad. Look at that.
I'm getting hungry. That's for sure.
Now,
hey, Deb, are you on your way over?
Devin is over?
He's going to be on his way
over.
over.
Beautiful. Look at that. So now, there are many things you can do here right now. Okay? You can add olive oil right now into the salad, or you can do something like this. Watch this. You can make a simple vinaigrette if you want it, okay? And I'm gonna show you the way we're gonna make it. I have a little bit of mustard.
Evan's gonna be here in 5.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna have some balsamic vinegar.
Makey is 2,300 there, so she's a little bit ahead of us. So she's 11:30. She's pretty hungry from Holland.
11:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will be pretty hungry too. And then olive oil. Olive oil. 1 part vinegar, 2 part oil. Okay? Just remember. Now, it's important. Now, if you like it more vinaigrette, there is no issue here. And then what I like to do is just quickly emulsify everything together. or you can put them in a mason jar, shake it, and then add it to the salad. Okay, beautiful. So here we have our vinaigrette, perfectly set. I'm not gonna add it quite yet, but I wanna show you, what I wanna show you is our fish, right? Are you coming?
You were taking the show. It's okay.
Unbelievable.
There's not enough room for the two of us.
Come over here.
Let me, oh.
Come over here. Look at this.
So you, oh, let me. Yes.
Look at this. See, we kept the skin on. We remove all the salt.
It's very hard crusted. I'm gonna move that out of the way for you.
Thank you. Awesome. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
The hard crusted,
But it's so...
oh, it has this fishy smell to it.
Yeah. So now we're gonna grab, I'm gonna grab a beautiful little brush. And what we're gonna do, like that. You know the funniest thing about this one? It's not fishy whatsoever. It's not salty whatsoever.
People think that. They think that, it, adding that in, it would cause some kind of a...
No, look at that. Voila. So while I'm cleaning the fish over here, and I want to show you how simple this thing is. And you want to do your juice?
Well, it's up to you what you'd like to do. The juice takes only a few minutes, so I think it's important that people see how you're going to be doing the fish.
Watch this. So we're going to remove the skin of the fish. Look at that. Look how moist it is.
Look how easy it peels off. I don't think everyone can see that. Can you see that, everybody? I'm just trying to see here.
Can you guys see it?
Hopefully you can see that, but the skin comes off very easily.
See, just like that. Look at that. See, look at that. The fish.
And all the moisture.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Perfectly.
And all the moisture is still in the fish. It looks perfectly done.
It's actually spectacularly done. It's just...
If everyone can see that.
Here we go. And there is no salt in the fish whatsoever.
I wish we had someone here with us to take a picture at this moment.
Okay, if you can put it down for me for a second.
There we go.
Here we go. So look at this. The fish is absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to take it out just like that.
So you're going on the top of the fish
and on the bottom. Side, and on the bottom. And look at that. Oh my God, look at this.
And you're taking out chunks of it.
Look at this.
Oh, wow. And the stuffing that we put in the fish is you can see it there.
It's deliciously warm. Absolutely. Like, honest to God, it's almost... Look at that.
I don't know if they can see, if you bring it up closer, they can see how juicy
and delicious it is.
That is.
Oh my God.
Are you going to share?
Yes, I'm cleaning it for you.
Oh.
I want you to...
What's the best way to...
Put it in your mouth.
Mmm.
Is it salty?
No.
Whatsoever.
There is a slight saltiness to it, but it's very faint. It's not... I don't like a lot of salt, so...
It's delicious. This is absolutely delicious. And it's super moist.
So when you said you're cleaning it for me, what did you take off there?
Well, we took the skin out, and then we go on the side.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what we do, basically, we lift.
You lift it from the half.
You lift from one half, and on the bottom, you have the actual bones, then stick right there.
Now, do you eat the insides that you made? The herbs that we put in it to season, or was it just more for seasoning?
It's more for seasoning.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay.
So while you're making the juice, I'm going to start making the plate so everybody can see it. What does it sound?
Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm going to move away so Anita doesn't feel, and I'm just give her all the space. This, by the way, is one of our favorite juice, for sure. And I love it because it's something that I could eat every day. Look at that. Look at that.
I'm just going to...
Oh, it's incredible.
That is really neat.
Perfect.
So with everything that we do, we pair it with a juice. So for people that haven't followed us before, my mom, being of Dutch descent, made juice for every meal. Every meal there was a juice. Now, there was probably only a few juices that she made, and it was more of a nutritional factor, so we had to drink our juice beforehand. So I've always juiced. And Dario came up with the idea to pair it with our meals. So there'll be something in it that accents. So the main components of this one is the cucumber and the mint, the two of them coming together, but they all come together, all the things that are in this juice to really accent the meal that we've made for today. So it's mint of cucumber, and you can download the recipe over at Pasha's Cooking under the juice section, mint of cucumber, and it's got a little bit of everything in it. I like to do the Vitamixer or the NutriBullet. I like to keep the fiber within the juice. Many times people will use a juicer that takes out the pulp. I personally like it. So you'll find with the juicing that's available there that it has a little bit of a different consistency to it, but it's very, very healthy for you. So to me, it's very important. If you don't, you would take the recipe and you would put all the ingredients in and not add any of the coconut water or water that you'd want to do. And it's a perfect way to be able to make your creation. But I like to be able to have the fiber in it. So this is perfect that we've done with the fish, the salt crusted fish, and the panzanella salad. So we've got cucumber that we add. And it's one medium cucumber that I've added into that. I've got mint in here from the garden. We love it. Banana. We have half a banana that we put in here. And again, the recipe is over there. We have a squeeze of a lime. I should bring some of this stuff over here so you can see. A little bit of that in there too. A squeeze of a lime. To get everything out of that. It gives a little bit of a kick to it and also healthy properties. I use a lot of lemon and lime in the juicing that I do. We also have a vitamin C that we make out of the rind of it. So I use everything of lime and lemons. Carrot, got some good eyes going on there. And I always add a little bit of a booster. So I've got some chia seeds in here for some additional health. And then we add a little bit of, I like to do coconut water. So it depends on what you're wanting to do, but I like to add some coconut water. And it depends on what the consistency you're looking for. The more water, of course, the more liquidy it will be. And then we stir it. It's not working, Dario.
Oh my goodness.
It's not working. And then you blend it to the desired consistency that you want. So because of time, I'm going to go over to the juice that I made earlier on and to show you sort of what it looks like. You'd think being mint of cucumber, it would be green, and it's not. With all the components, and of course the carrot really takes over, you're gonna end up having the consistency here of the juice that you're wanting to have. So,
Let me try it.
It's perfect. You want some, Charlie?
Can you try it? Oh, yes. Oh, my God. This one hit every single spot that you're really looking for. You know, the carrot, the cucumber, and the carrot actually helps that acidity of the cucumber is really, really good.
Yeah. It pairs perfectly with today's dish. And you'll find other pairings that go with this juice over at Pasha's Cooking and the recipes.
I want to show this.
And now we're going to bring it on over to Dario.
Look at this.
Look how he's plated that.
Look at this. I'm going to remove this one quickly. So what I want to show you quickly, so you have an idea how perfectly, if you can turn that plate just a little, look how perfect that fish was cooked. Perfectly cooked. So you basically fillet the fish, you remove all the bones, and you have this. So the greatest thing about this is nothing but mix it and just do something like that. Look at the salad you have there. So you got pieces of bread, you got the salad, you pass it to Anita. You say buon appetito.
Oh, grazie. Mm.
Isn't it great?
Mm-hmm.
And can I try it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. So today,
I think this is pretty phenomenal. If you want.
oh, Joanna puts extra olive oil on everything.
Panzanella salad, fish salad.
So today we've made a salt crusted fish. It does not make it salty. It just makes it more tender, juicy, as you can see here. So we've showed how that's done. So any of you that have joined in a little bit later, you can come on over and take a look. The recipes are in Pasha's Cooking Bash / Dinner with Us. We've done a panzanella salad, a Tuscan salad with a garlic bread. And then, of course, the mint of cucumber juice.
And that's the combination that I think is good.
And that adds to the flavor. And that's what we do. We look at health components and we look at a Mediterranean lifestyle. It's the way to live. It's really healthy.
Can I say something?
I don't know. It depends on what you're going to say.
So as you can see, we had something that is got, it's fresh. The salt, it's amazing how juicy this thing still is.
Mm-hmm.
But that mint cucumber juice really cleaned up the palate altogether.
Yeah.
And keeps your palate clean and crisp. And that's what you're looking at. This time of the year, it's nice and warm. Summer is out. You don't want to be in the kitchen slaving. You prep yourself up. The fish is in the oven. You're baking it, and it's done. And it really is done. You're looking in an hour. Everything is done before you really stress it out.
And we've had this recipe where they've salt crust the fish in restaurants. We've done it at home, and it always adds to it. I find with fish, it's the way you cook it, and you don't overcook it. Some people, they overcook it, and it just loses that moisture. And when you cook it right, it really is delicious. And buying product that's sustainable as well, where you live, is really, really important.
The biggest thing also that we're going to look about here is the salt really helps you not to overcook the fish. Okay, because whenever you have that egg whites, and it's important that
it only goes for 20 minutes anyway, right?
20 minutes. 20 minutes for an 800 grams, 2 pounds fish.
Okay.
So that fish will say it was almost 2 pounds. Okay, but it's super important. Then the salt completely covers the fish. Then there's no spacing around. So the fish steams in this very aromatic. So everything we put in our belly and all the spices we add in our salt, they make the fish really aromatic. It's almost like you steam it, infused with all this great flavor.
And when you put all the herbs inside, it just makes a big boom inside. So it's really, really tasty. You've got to try it. If you've cooked with us tonight, which I'm not sure if anyone has, but if you have, great. If not, save this live, and we're going to also put it over to YouTube, where a lot of our fridge feasts are. And the recipe is downloadable up above in the link, depending on where you're signing in from. It's at Pasha's Cooking Back / Dinner with Us. And you can download the recipe there because it is delicious.
I am starving. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to have this one with a delicious juice, or we can have it with a glass of Chardonnay or some Riesling, whatever you want. But I think this one, it's what it calls for a beautiful summer night or summer day.
Yeah.
By the pool, by the garden, whatever you want it to be. And the best thing about this one, whatever salmon you have left over, you can use it the next day. You can put it into rice, into some pasta, making sandwiches. Can you imagine? Sandwich for the next day.
Delicious.
Delicious.
So if anyone has any questions, we're going to be signing off now. I'm just checking here quickly. If not, please ask and we will answer them later. If there's any questions you have, this is a delicious dish.
Oh, she just finished the dish. Look at that. Somebody just finished the dish.
Nice. So there we go. Pesce Al Sale.
Pesce Al Sale con la insalata panzanella and
mint of cucumber juice.
And a brand new haircut.
Oh my gosh.
By Anita.
I didn't get, you know what? Some people did comment saying that your haircut was good. I don't know. If they really look at it, it is a little lopsided, but I did my best.
It's not lopsided. You've done a phenomenal job. And you know what? Now it was worth for us to cooking this meal together, to share it with you. Join us for next adventure. Is going to be next time. I don't know what we're going to be.
I think we're going to do it next Wednesday. I think Wednesday works out best for people, unless you have another time that you want to be able to see it. Hi, Bernice. Hi, Carol. Hi, Tiziana. Devin. We got lots of people here. Thank you for signing in from Holland, Makey.
Oh.
It's really, really nice seeing you all. And we're going to say ciao for now.
And salute.
See you, everyone.
Ciao, everybody.
Hope you're doing well.